I didn't, I never really made the serious conscious decision like this will be my life because I was afraid to get too attached to that vision because I thought if it didn't end up happening, it would probably break my heart.
Right now on XFM, a lady who in 2012 is going to catapult herself into the kaleidoscopic stratosphere of musical superstardom, fueled by the release of her rambunctiously anticipated album Born to Die, ladies and gentlemen, Lana Del Rey.
Oh my God.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
We had that awkward thing when I walked in there because I'm from Ireland, you're from America, we're both in London, and we kissed on the one cheek, and then out of habit I went for the second cheek because that's what they do in London.
I did that too though.
But I thought you weren't quite there yet because I'm still, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. We had that awkward little in-between moment.
There was something about you. I knew you weren't really going for the second kiss, but
it happened anyway.
It happened.
But here we are. It's all good. Lana, I'm going to cut to the chase. You've already broken my heart.
Shut up.
No, you have, right? Last night, here's me. I stroll down to Coco. I've got my Lana Del Rey.
God.
I've got my Lana Del Rey poster. It's like, oh, she's going to sign it. Maybe she'll spit in me if I'm lucky. And you were sick and you weren't there and it was very sad. As many people were sad.
I know.
What happened to you?
I'm so sorry about that. And
everybody was just disappointed.
I know.
And even
I've been waiting to see a lot of people I've been talking to too. I've been talking to friends and fans, and I was waiting to see everybody. But I had the Maida Vale sessions earlier in the day, and by the time I finished, I knew that I was not going to make it to Coco's because I'd sort of been sick ever since I came off the road, and it kind of comes and it goes. I had walking pneumonia on the tour, but didn't know. Anyways, but I'm sorry. I'll sign your poster.
Oh, great. Get the poster signed. Awesome.
Okay.
And it was monumentally disappointed. And Orlando of the Maccabees, who were on, they also expressed their supreme disappointment.
Oh.
But no, in a great way.
Well, that's nice.
We'll talk about the album shortly, but let's bring it back a little bit now because we're just all getting to know each other and it's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I read an interview of you, 18 years old, you're in New York. You're doing all these kind of open mic thingamajiggies and that. When did you decide, I'm definitely, above everything else, I'm going to be a professional singer? Had you decided when you were 12?
That's a good question. I kind of needed a lot of help with that decision. I mean, I felt like it was sort of a selfish, unrealistic choice to make, being like a singer, and I also didn't know anyone who was like a real singer, so I kind of read books about people who did what they wanted to do and how they did that. I didn't, I never really made the serious conscious decision like this will be my life because I was afraid to get too attached to that vision because I thought if it didn't end up happening, it would probably break my heart. But when I was 18 and 19, I was playing open mic nights in Brooklyn and on the Lower East Side, and I just knew that I really loved to do it. I was a nervous performer, but a lot of the boys who would play at the same open mics kind of took me in and said, oh, come play for me tomorrow, come open up for my show. So that's what I did, and every week when I'd play, for someone's show, then someone else would ask me to come play for their show. So I did that for a couple of years and kind of didn't really have any ambitions until I got signed to my first independent record label. And the very next day started working with David Kahn, who in America is like a super producer. Here too, actually. So maybe that was one of the first times where I thought, wow, someone of his caliber actually thinks that I'm good, geez.
Yeah, amazing.
I don't know. Yeah.
Are you from New York or did you move to New York?
I was born in Manhattan. I was born in New York and then I left when I was young and I came back when I was 18.
And what was it like coming back? Was that a big move? Did you say, hey, Mom, Dad, I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to be a singer. See you later.
It was like heaven, Every day I woke up in New York was a good day. I was so happy to be there. But I had been away from home at that point for a long time, so it wasn't a big transition because I left when I was 14.
Okay.
So I was just happy to be there. It is one of the best cities on the planet.
XFM Drivetime, we're here with Lana Del Rey, who has just brandished a massive dildo. Lana, why did you carry that around? That is disgusting.
Mate, it's because I knew you were going to be here. I bought it for you. So don't play dumb with me, buddy. Oh my God.
You have this thing that a lot of singers and musicians and actors and things want, but very few possess, which is like mystery and allure. And a lot of people ask questions about you and you have this kind of whole aura around you. And I read loads of mad stuff about you. I read this one thing that you are a professional trapeze artist.
Not true.
In Alabama.
Sorry.
What other mad stuff have you heard?
I mean, to be honest, the only stuff that I've heard is just not been true. I mean, I really haven't heard anything yet that is true. And I know what you mean about the mystery. I mean, I'm interested in people who I think are mysterious. But the funny thing is that me more than most people, I've lived such a straightforward life, I'm actually... there's really nothing too mysterious.
No, but that's awesome.
I'm kind
that's
of
great,
as basic as it gets.
Because people want that, you know what I mean? They strive to have it and they try to, and you just have it.
Well, that's nice of you to say. I mean, some of the good stuff that they write, whether it be real or fake, is very complimentary.
Yeah, no, absolutely. God, no, you've certainly got this wave behind you. Born to Die is out on the 31st.
Yeah.
Proud of it?
Oh, I love it so much. It's like... I haven't done that many things in life that I love, but the record is gorgeous.
Yeah.
There isn't one song that I felt like I compromised on, like lyrically or melodically. And because I didn't really feel any pressure, I really just felt like it was very personal, very much me. There's nothing about it that I wouldn't stand behind. Not that it matters, but it just happens to be true.
I didn't realise till recently that Born to Die and Video Games and Blue Jeans, you said they were kind of a trilogy about this one dude and his effect on you and your relationship and what you thought. Is he Adele style? Is he aware of that? Have you talked to him about it? Is he aware of the reaction it's getting? And
what is Adele style? What happened?
She's very vocal about this one person.
Is she?
It's about this person and we talk about it and now we can have a laugh about it, but at the time there was so much emotion going on.
I see. He doesn't know. His mother knows. We're in touch. But no.
He hasn't pieced it together and kind of gone, hey, this is
not
me.
really.
Beyond that trilogy then, the rest of the album, what's the story behind the rest of the album?
I mean, each song sort of has its different backstory, but I don't know, like there's a couple of concepts, I guess, behind like the general theme of the record, but mostly this record came about, ironically, at a time when I had really let go of my sort of personal ambitions of being recognized as a good writer and a good singer.
Why?
Well, because it had been so long, really, since I started. And so I figured, from now on, I'll write for myself and just for the sake of writing, just because I love it. And ever since I started doing that, not that I ever really strayed from that path, but when I really started indulging in just writing things because I liked them, I really started to win, just personally. Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the record really doesn't mean much. Some of it I wrote when I was in California, and I would just take drives along the Pacific Coast Highway from Santa Monica to Malibu. It was so nice for me because it was like hot summertime, and where I come from, it's really cold, and I was just enjoying and being like in tropical weather and sort of using that time to like think back about the way that things were and write some of the record about just like snapshots of my life and try and paint pictures like with words just for myself to look back on them. Yeah. It's just really for me, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Video Games is obviously the one that gave you this initial tidal wave of recognition and stuff. It's very mellow. It's just a vocal and it's a piano and it's quite haunting. Were you told or did you think that maybe it wouldn't do the business it's done or have the impact it's had?
Sure. Yeah. I brought it to everyone and they were just, not happy. It was another 5-minute and 35-second love song with no instrumentation. That's what I was told.
That's a bit harsh.
So, yeah, well, anyways. But, I took it home and I made a video for it anyways, put all my favorite things in, like time-lapse pink roses and black and white footage of kids skateboarding. And, I mean, again, nothing that really meant anything, just kind of like things I thought were beautiful, just sort of piece them together. It didn't really make sense at the time.
Did you have to fight for it then to get it to push it out, or did someone just have a moment to go?
No, because I was on my own YouTube channel, so no one really gave a whatever that I just put it up. But I mean, of course, people started noticing when day by day, views started jumping. I think no one really expected that. That was about in June. May.
It has been such a crazy ride since then. You've got, for obviously the Born to Die videos is so bombastic and OTT and it's brilliant and it's bling. Yeah. And like Kanye obviously loves it and you've got all these kind of celebrity endorsements and it's all a massive amount of activity in a short space of time. Have you had time to stop and just step back and go, this is bizarre. Are you enjoying it, or is it just, well, work, and maybe in a while you'll enjoy it?
I think it's probably more the second one,
Yeah.
to be completely honest with you. Just because I find that usually when I get finished with one thing, it's time to do another thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is a big difference, like having music being at the center of my life again, because it hasn't really been that way for some time.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different.
Do you have friends, like old friends before this all took off, texting like, aha, I saw you on the telly today, I saw you in the paper today, this, that and the other? Like, people must be getting a kick out of it.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they think it's just hilarious, especially because we didn't really talk too much about music, because why would we at the time? Nothing's happening at all. So now they're like, you were really serious about that singing thing, weren't you? So it's actually, you know, I have good friends. They're not in music, but they are funny.
Can you can you still walk around on the streets pretty okay?
Yeah, without my makeup on. I don't really look like myself. So it's not a problem.
Do you have massive OTT shades?
No.
Because you know when you need to wear massive OTT shades, then it's really gone stratospheric.
It's so funny. Well, I used to wear I used to wear a baseball cap every day, but then my manager told me that here no one wears hats. That was years ago, but like that's a
dead cert giveaway. Yeah, absolutely.
Actually,
I haven't had time to absorb the album properly. I need to listen to it a few more times. But on the first listen, early favourite is National Anthem.
do you like it?
Love it.
Really?
Yeah, particularly love the opening
Did
line.
you hear the real version of it? I'm not sure if you listened to the actual, like the one with fireworks.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, it's amazing.
I love
This is such a horrible cliche question, but
alright.
for the purpose of beautiful sound bites, we'll do it anyway. If the world impending Armageddon was ending tomorrow, and you said, people, you can only listen to one more track off Born to Die, what's the current track you'd say? Make sure you listen to that.
I would say hands down probably Summertime Sadness.
Yeah.
It's just my favorite. Yeah, it's about nothing, but I like to put it on in the car and just drive along the ocean. I mean, it's just heaven for me. I love it. And Larry Gold, it's amazing. I had this guy, Larry Gold, who's been in classical music for 30 years. He was conducting the Philadelphia Orchestra, like all throughout the record. And I was explaining to him how I wanted him to help me soundscape the record, talking about like, I wanted him to try and get the feeling of the American Beauty soundtrack mixed with like early Bruce Springsteen in the summertime. And he did it. It's crazy. The strings on it they're exactly what I thought. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey, plans for 2012?
2012, I don't have any. I don't know.
Just touring and appearing and being wonderful and riding the wave.
I'm going to go to California in early February and play some in-store shows. But after that, I don't think I am touring.
Okay.
I'm going home.
Just chilling right out.
Yeah.
A very final question. What are the odds, do you think, from 1 to 1 million that we might fall in love and get married and live happily ever after? I'm getting that vibe.
Do you really, is that a serious question?
It is now.
When's your birthday?
It's the 15th of April.
So you're
Aries.
well, then the chances, they're very good.
Oh, this is going well. This is probably where we should wrap it up. And we'll talk off the air. Lana Del Rey, Born to Die, 31st of January. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.